Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, another great evening here with our weather. No complaints at all. Hopefully you've been outside and got to enjoy at least a little bit of this very comfortable weather that we've got. Clear skies again. We've got temperature back down into the 50s already in places like Effingham. You're at 56. It's a warmer 62 in Champaign. Look at Chicago. Holding on strong. 71 right now. Okay, tomorrow morning, commute forecast looks pretty good. We're all green on the stoplights there. Hopefully you get those green stoplights on the way into work. If you've got to drive in, mostly sunny. 55 to start the day, 79 by the afternoon. But it gets even warmer this weekend. About 10 degrees above average. We'll talk about it when we come back. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA3 News.
You can't handle all the power because it's just too much to handle.
One police department asked for input, and people gave it tonight. How some say officers could do better. It was the first day for early voting in Illinois, and some made sure they were first in line. Birthdays usually mean gifts, but not this time. Why one boy is giving instead.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 10.
Listen to the people first, and to the people that are being harmed. And in this community...
That was the plea from one person to Champaign police tonight. Unrest between law enforcement and the people they serve has sparked a conversation about police reform. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Tonight was the first of a series of community listening sessions hosted by Champaign Police. The goal is to get input on how police can strengthen their relationship with the community. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen is live in our newsroom. So Jennifer, how did that conversation go tonight?
Jessica, about a dozen people spoke to police and city council members in that meeting to share their opinions on how police can serve more equitably and why they believe resources should be reallocated to pay for the right people to respond to certain 911 calls. Heightened controversy surrounding police and safety has pushed the Champaign Police Department to try to understand people's concerns.
You can't handle all the power because it's just too much to handle. Let's move that power over.
This community listening session touched the surface of several topics centering on how police interact with people and what can be done to build a better relationship between the two. One suggestion was more training on how to approach conversations with people when officers go on calls.
When we are stopped by the police, the first thing we look for, no matter what, is you to treat us with dignity and respect.
Some people focused on the topic of defunding police and what that looks like. While police are specifically trained to handle criminal intervention, another suggestion was to utilize people who are better able to handle certain situations like domestic violence and mental health de-escalation calls.
If we can implement a system where a social worker is on call for domestic violence issues, so they can go out there with the police officers as well.
This perspective was shared by others in the meeting.
It's time to embrace alternatives like civilian-led crisis intervention teams composed of highly trained professionals, including nurses, doctors, psychiatrists, and social workers, to respond to the incident with people who are in mental health crises.
The Champaign Police Department says at the end of the listening session series, they will take the information and bring a full report to City Council for discussion and review. This is the first of 5 virtual Zoom community meetings the city and CPD is hosting in the next few weeks. We'll have a full list of the other dates and times on WCIA.com. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. Mattoon's Fire Department is still fighting to start running ambulances again. They haven't had that ability for 2 years. Right now, there are only private services there. Recently, the Illinois Labor Relations Board ruled in favor of the fire department's ambulance service coming back, so the city is now appealing. That board already ruled in favor of the city hiring more firefighters.
They're in the process of trying to hire back up to our minimum manning staffing. But with that minimum manning staffing, if we had the ambulances, we would be able to provide a considerable amount of revenue for the city.
The city's appeal will go before the state appellate court. If it isn't settled there, it could go to the state Supreme Court. We have new details on the Macon County Sheriff recount case. A trial date has been set for October 22nd. This will hopefully settle the issue of contested ballots in the ongoing case. Tony Brown was declared the winner by 1 vote in 2018. Jim Root has contested the results. A manual recount in July resulted in 18 more votes for Brown, but there are still over 1,300 contested ballots. Those will be the subject of that October trial. Charleston firefighters responded to a multi-building fire today. It happened around 4:45 this afternoon. The buildings involved were being used for storage. The chief says they believe it was started by a brush fire that got out of hand. No one was hurt. A woman from Georgetown says her dogs were poisoned. Brandy Schaefer says 5-year-old Roxy and 9-month-old Diesel were found dead on Saturday. She says there was a yellow substance around her husky's mouth and there was a lot of vomit in the yard. Schaefer thinks they were intentionally poisoned because she says her dogs never left their yard.
I was shocked. I mean, I've lived here for 5 years, never had any trouble with anybody around here. It was shocking. And when I had to go over and see him, it destroyed me.
Schaefer contacted Georgetown police and she's hoping anyone with information will give them a call. Early voting started today in Illinois, and at least one county already had a line of people waiting to cast their ballot hours before doors opened. Sangamon County's clerk says the line was unlike anything he's ever seen before. The county also sent out 31,000 mail-in ballots today.
Certainly a lot more for us to process, but it's under the same guidelines of how we've always operated our vote by mail. So I've got great confidence that it will be secure, that it will be accurate, it will be accountable and transparent.
It wasn't just busy in Sangamon County. Champaign County's clerk tweeted that about 800 people voted early there today. Congressional candidate Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan was one of the people in line in Springfield this morning. She says she's never been happier to wait in line. Her opponent, Rodney Davis, has started running a new ad that claims Dirksen-Londrigan's Medicare X plan would close down hospitals in rural areas. She says that isn't true.
The entire reason I got into this race is to protect health care against somebody who has voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act, to gut protections for people with pre-existing conditions, and has voted against lowering the cost of prescription drugs.
Davis was in D.C. today, so he was not back in the district to cast his ballot yet. That 13th congressional seat is one of the most hotly contested races this fall. That's why we will be hosting a debate between Rodney Davis and Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan. We're partnering with Illinois Public Media and the League of Women Voters of Champaign County. The debate will be at 7 p.m. on Monday, October 5th. It'll be simulcast on WCIX and WILL. It'll also be available on WCIA.com and Facebook. One county has already encountered an issue with early voting. An employee at the Christian County Clerk's office tested positive for COVID. The courthouse was one of the early voting sites. It will remain open. Officials say they will be doing some more cleaning. Taking a look at the latest numbers statewide, there are more than 2,200 new cases. That makes the total more than 281,000. The 7-day positivity rate is still 3.5%. 30 more people have died. Illinois has seen more than 8,500 COVID-related deaths. People under the age of 21 are no longer allowed in Champaign's campus town bars. The mayor just issued this temporary emergency order. This exception is for bars that serve meals. People under 21 can be at those businesses until 9 p.m. This change goes into effect at 2 a.m. One boy is giving up gifts for his birthday, what he wants others to do instead. Plus, it's a way to keep bicyclists safe on the road, what they got for free today. And Illinois football now has a game to look forward to. Why they say they no longer believe they're the underdogs.